Hello and welcome to the Twilight Imperium Junkies podcast. It is I, Speedy, and I am here with Rand.
What up, what up? It's your girl. We are here to talk about the Patreon poll winner for this month, the Ral Nel Consortium.
The lizard people.
Exciting. So, Speedy, you got to play them once. I got to play them once.
I mean, we're going to get into all the details of all the fun things the faction can do, but what was your impression of playing them? What was your takeaway? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
I had fun. I thought they were really fun. I thought their tools made for interesting plays defensively, and it's just has a lot of mechanics that we don't otherwise see in the game.
Yeah, I felt that way too. I really enjoyed it, and I liked how reactive they are because so much of the game is trying to, of course, meticulously plan where you should go, how many forces you're going to put there. But this faction is so flexible, it does let you react to unexpected things, which is extremely useful. And I do feel is rarer among the factions.
Right.
Yeah.
As for people like you and I who tend to derp, it's a very nice safety net to have.
Yes.
Retreat some ships, bring in some ships, carry some structures around. Like you said, the flexibility is actually very nice.
Yeah. And I only after playing them did I actually look up the lore. And the lore really enhanced it for me because, yeah, which I don't know too much, so I'm going to speak very vaguely. But their mentality is that the galaxy has been through so many wars, empires have risen and fallen, and that's why they choose to be flexible because they feel that nothing is permanent and they want to keep their structures movable because they can't guarantee that where they're going to be is truly going to be their home base. And so they invented miniaturization to allow them flexibility. And they view retreat as something that's strategically smart rather than a weak play, which is why they have retreat abilities. Even the action card fun that they get to have with their breakthrough with the action cards, it's almost like a dumpster diver, one man's trash is another man's treasure mentality. The other factions, they had no use for this, but this could be useful for us. We're just flexible like that.
I actually love that mentality, and that's so cool that you looked that up, Speedy. Oh my God, I'm excited to play them some more now with
Me
that
too.
knowledge in mind.
Yeah, I like how intentional all the mechanics are. Like, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, love that. So let's talk about some of, the mechanics and these tools and the deets, starting with even just their starting units. I mean, it's a pretty decent spread
Yeah.
with 3 structures to start with.
And the fact that you can easily spawn more, usually in our games, we'll pull an objective where it's, have 6 structures or whatever, and the whole table collectively groans and we go, ugh, none of us got structures this whole game. Not a problem for the Ral Nel, ever.
Not at all. Not at all. And being able to move them around, it's a good setup for sure.
Yeah.
Their starting tech is a red or a green tech with no prerequisites, which is pretty nice because that kind of lets them get their faction tech round 1. Or even they could go the neural motivator round 1 and play that action card game to their breakthrough.
That's true too. Yeah, both fantastic options. I think I went the neuromotivator route. I can't remember anymore. But I would probably do red next time that I play.
Yeah, can't go wrong either way. Get plasma scoring and let's go.
Oh yeah, yeah. When we get into looking at the destroyers and everything, yeah, you got to get plasma. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 commodity factions. So in addition to all the cool things they have, they could get rich. Love that.
Yeah, love that.
Let's talk about their faction abilities some. So 2 very cool faction abilities. So survival instinct. After a player activates a system that contains your ships, you may move up to 2 of your ships into the active system from adjacent systems that do not contain your command tokens. So backup.
That's cool.
Very awesome.
We like that.
We like that. It's great for if you're spread thin. It's great for if you haven't really planned out a defensive fleets for planets or systems that you need to score. This is kind of like a great safety net to have.
Definitely. In general, I really like tricky surprises. Um, if you're with players who know the other factions well, they're going to see it coming. But if you've got a player that either didn't do their homework or they're just derping a little bit, they might be surprised that you pull this move. And that's always very fun.
Oh, yes, we love to get the derps when they don't see it coming. Something else that's cool about this one actually is that it could be used to block other people's points, like secret objectives. If someone's trying to come destroy your greatest ship or whatever, this, along with other abilities like their commander, which we'll get to, can really hose someone's plans if they are not playing around it. Like you said, you really gotta, as we get better at Thunder's Edge, start taking these faction abilities into account because they can really, really throw a wrench in plans.
Yeah. This actually reminds me of one of my favorite Arborec moves. With their commander,
Ah,
you sometimes are able to, spawn a ship that the other person might not have anticipated when they came to attack you. And it's just the best feeling in the world.
heck yeah. So their next faction ability, miniaturization. And that is that their structures can be transported by any ships and moved onto planets. These ships don't even need to have the ability to transport or any capacity.
And when I played previously, I did not think deeply enough about the text any ships. That it could be another player that transports those structures, which is something I'd like to use in the future.
That is unhinged levels of flexibility and like really opens up for a whole other level of deal making, especially taking into account that their promissory note lets other players transport their ships. So there's a lot of, hey, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours opportunities in terms of redistributing structures around the board. Also, Speedy, you, as pointed out on Discord on the YouTube comments in our Thunder's Edge game that we played, that you can watch on our YouTube channel, made a little bit of an error in terms of order of operations, and it actually cost you a lot.
It did. It did. In the moment, it made for a good, spicy moment where, like Rand said, if you watch the episode, you'll see exactly what went down. But I was trying to use miniaturization for the first time to spread my structures out. But then I pulled DMZ, and I thought that would blow up my PDS that I had transported, and then that hosed me out of a structures objective. As it turns out, um, with the order of operations, you do not put the PDS until the very end. And so it didn't have to blow up. It's not as if it landed on the planet and then it became a DMZ. It could have stayed in the space area. And considering that I was very close to the win, I was 1 point off and I almost won it. I wonder how the game would have went if I actually had gotten that point. You never know.
Yep, yep. Speedy made this mistake so that you listeners at home don't have to.
Yes, my sacrifice. Let's say that. Let's ignore the fact that it was a complete derp and unintentional.
Showing you what not to do.
Yes.
Let's talk about their faction tech a little bit, Speedy. So, nano machines, you got this one in your game. I got this one in my game. Pretty fun one. Three action options.
Yeah, I love again the flexibility of being able to make your choice of what you want to do with it.
Yep. The first one, which I think you and I both use the most, is placing a PDS on a planet you control. We love PDS. We're Ral Nel. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah,
Or repairing all your damaged units, or switching out an action card. And all of these are an option of what you can do when you exhaust this card.
really great stuff. I didn't use the repair your damaged units one, but in the future, if I played a more combat heavy game, that actually could be crazy because there
Yeah.
aren't too many functions in the game that allow you to do that.
Yeah. And especially because you can get all your PDSs out pretty early in the game, you can then end up just saving this tech for when you need to repair units.
Yeah.
It's also one red prerequisite, and you can start with a red tech, so very easy to get.
Yeah, you could just have this the whole game, which is
Yep,
insane.
yep.
And I love that PDS ability. Obviously, you and I both used it, like you said, but it really encourages you to utilize the PDSs and the destroyers to their fullest extent. Because if you were constantly afraid of them blowing up, you might not use all the cool stuff. But because you know you can respawn them without having to wait for construction, you know, go for
You
it.
might as well, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Yes, their other faction tech is their Destroyer 2, Linkship 2. So their natural starting destroyer is a little different than the vanilla standard TI destroyer. For starters, it moves 3, which is wow, okay, that's pretty far.
yeah,
Um,
love it.
and then it also carries structures like all ships, but it can also use the space cannon ability of a structure in its space area. And it can trigger each structure once, which is very cool. But that brings us to Link Ship 2.
Linkship 1, the if you bring a PDS, it can only be triggered by your link ships one time. So you effectively get one PDS cannon that you can fire. But with link ship 2, each link ship that you've brought with you can trigger the same structure repeatedly. So you could bring one PDS but have 3 destroyers. Suddenly you've got 3 PDS hits.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And if you start to bring more than one PDS, we're talking a lot of shots. It's kind of unhinged, actually. And they also move 4 now. So I don't even know what to make of
It
that.
moves 4. Oh my gosh, that's insane. I mean, I've only played them once, of course, so I was just getting used to the mechanics, but now that I fully realize how broken this can be, I think if you play this faction, you just have to maximize this ability. You get all the destroyers, you upgrade them, get PDS2, get plasma scoring, and just go ham.
Yeah, I think this is how you play offensively as this faction because a lot of their other abilities help defensively and circumstantially, but this is how you steamroll across the board if you need to.
Get Lightwave in there and just move 4 places. Ugh.
You just go anywhere in this life. The world's your oyster. So their breakthrough's pretty fun, Data Skimmer. The synergy is yellow green. Basically, what it does is during the action phase, when other players would discard action cards, they put them on the Data Skimmer instead. And when Ral Nel passes, they get to take one action card from the stack and discard the rest. So pretty cool because you get to reuse dank action cards.
You really get your pick of the litter because it's not just ones that people discarded because they didn't want them. It's the super juicy ones that people made big plays with. And you just get them all. And you get to pick from it and you say, okay,
Yeah.
I want, I forget which really juicy ones I had pulled. I don't remember now. So this is no longer a fun thought. There was some juice in there and I got
There
the
was a
juice.
lot of juice. There was a lot of juice.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember pulling any particularly fun cards when you played?
Well, when I played them, actually, there was a Yssarl in the game, which really
Oh,
mixed things up for how the data skimmer works. Because so long as they have Magian online, as long as their initiative is ahead of you, even if it's a component action card, you cannot use it before they grab it. So they know what you're grabbing. So if they want it, that's rough. There is a whole thing you can do though, because we'll get to their agent, but Yusarl would really kind of like their agent too. So I think there's a lot of deal making that these two factions can figure out amongst themselves, but it definitely does complicate the straightforwardness of this ability for sure.
ooh, that's such a good point. Yeah, I hadn't really considered the effect of that, but also fun that I like to see another faction challenge them as the action card faction.
Yes, that is cool. They're not alone there, those goblins. They have company. And they are lizards.
Yes, and they are lizards. Lizards love action cards.
Yes, yes, it's, biology. It's in their DNA for sure. Their flagship. So I think neither of us actually used this a lot in our games. Combat is hits on 8 2 dice, which is not great. Moves 2 though, like the Yusarl, which is awesome. Basically, when it retreats, it can destroy a ship in the active system that doesn't have sustained damage. So that's pretty fun.
Yeah, I didn't use that function at all, but I do think it's kind of fun. I mean, if you're trying to surprise destroy somebody's last ship or something, um, that's pretty cool. Or if you just want to be petty, you know. Although paired with, I mean, their ability to retreat with no consequence, their commander, you can just retreat immediately. That's kind of fun. You get no damage, but you still can deal some damage on the way out.
Yes, definitely makes people think twice about if it's worth uh attacking. So the mech is pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
The mech brings backup ground forces from adjacent systems at the end of each combat round. So if you are having a good infantry situation, the planets around your home system or whatever, you could almost win fights that otherwise would be pretty easy losses.
Right. If you just make sure that the planets surrounding your home system have a healthy amount of infantry, if someone tries to take your home or something, just keep a mech on the planet. And after every round of combat, keep the infantry coming.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty good.
I love that.
Definitely did not utilize that in my game.
Yeah, I think we were both just like juggling with so many new tools that after this podcast we're gonna play them right. We're gonna get in there and use it all, I hope.
Yeah. Maybe we should start doing podcasts about factions before playing them. Because us talking it out like this is making us both realize things.
Yes, and then we this is the pre-strategizing.
Yeah.
All right, so they're leaders. Their agent is a really cool one. So you exhaust the agent, you draw 2 action cards, and you give one of those cards to another player. So you see what they are, you decide who could use what. You maybe do a deal with them, or you give the card to wherever you think that causes the least damage. But I think it's just a really awesome deal making tool. And you get an action card, and the better one of two. So that's pretty sweet deal, I'd say. And it forces you into it because you have to give that card out.
Yeah. Makes you look like you're a nice guy, but you have to. So,
You have to. The commander is pretty cool too. It lets you immediately retreat up to 2 ships. You kind of immediately save 2 important ships before you have to do that first round of combat in a retreat. And that's pretty nice because you could move a flagship out of system and kind of like hose someone's destroy their greatest. You just can move your more valuable ships, which is nice.
just get them out.
Right, and this is what we were saying earlier. If you have the flagship as one of those 2 ships, then you also deal you destroy one of their ships, which is just a quick gimme.
Yeah. As a side note, I really enjoyed the art for their leaders.
Oh yeah,
Look at their little lizard faces. Look at those giant eyelashes.
cute. I love how they have very different outfits, and I love that the agent is upside down. It's so pretty awesome.
Yeah. We don't know why he's upside down, but we're happy for him.
The hero in what looks like a fancy business suit.
He's wearing a tie.
Yeah, yep.
That's crazy.
Signal intrusion. So it's the timing window for this hero is after the last player passes, and basically you may choose to no longer be passed. And if you do that, you gain 2 command tokens, draw an action card. So you're just back in the game with new tools and extra tokens, and it's a pretty fun mix up from how passing usually works in TI.
Oh, yeah. I think this might be one of my new favorite heroes. It's just such a wonderful last ditch effort. You can do a lot of damage when other people have no ability to, retaliate against you.
Absolutely. So many last rounds in TI are trying to out survive other people who are waiting to do their moves because you're also waiting to do your moves. With this hero, you don't have to waste all that resources and time trying to do that. You can just boop, pass early on, save all the things you need, and then come back when everyone's done doing their shenanigans and their derping and their slaying, whatever, and hopefully win.
Yes, and hopefully win. Yeah, gone are the days of trying to just stall, stall, stall and waste a bunch of tokens and action cards just trying to wait it out. You don't have to waste those resources. You can just pass and still have tokens. Plus, you're going to draw more tokens once you use your hero. So it enables you to do so much more when you actually try to pull a stunt like that.
Yep, absolutely. And that's pretty much it for the Ral Nel. That's all their components. That's the fun things Speedy and I got to experience when we played them.
Really fun faction. I enjoyed playing them more than I think the other folks at my table enjoyed playing the factions that they tested out. So I got a little lucky, I think.
They seem like one of the more fun ones to play these in these early figuring it all out days, I think. And I love them. They're great.
Oh, yeah. And of course, the complexity on this faction is relatively low. So, also, sorry, my front door is really squeaky. Could you hear that? Now you'll know, everyone listening to this, that my roommate got a package.
Nice package.
Nice. I hope it's good.
Yeah.
I'm sure that as we dig deeper into what all the other new factions really can do, we'll become even more excited about those, perhaps. But for the moment, I'm pretty jazzed about these guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So until the next time, thank you to our Patreon members for voting for this topic. Our next poll is up now. So last time you wanted to hear about Crimson Rebellion. This month you wanted to hear about Relnel. Next month, what's it going to be? Last Bastion, the Firmament / Obsidian, or Deep Rot Scholarate? Let us know. And don't forget to check out our latest episodes if you haven't. Our Thunder's Edge game where Speedy played the Relnel. Our first Twilight's Fall game, which was super spicy, super fun.
I myself am excited to watch Twilight's Fall because I didn't participate in that game, but you gave me a little teaser that you and Nathan had a little bit of a rivalry going on,
Oh
which I'm
yes.
very excited to see.
Oh yes. You gotta watch us hose each other. If you haven't yet, it's worth it. And finally, before we sign off, this is a reminder that signups for the TI Junkies Online League are still open until December 24th. So get in there if you haven't yet. It's going to be fun. 6 games of Thunder's Edge between January and March. Do it if you are interested. And thank you, Speedy, for joining me today in this awesome chat about the Ral Nel. Fun factions, fun times, fun ideas.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Rand. Always fun to do junky stuff.
Junky stuff for that junky lifestyle.
That's right. And it is a lifestyle.
It is. So everyone at home, get junkin', and we will catch you next time.